is often spoken about in terms of livelihood on the African continent, but also has quite a big significance within the space of climate and biodiversity, you know? So how do you make sure that the two meet successfully through this project, that is?
Yeah, so just to provide context, so in African continent, we do have the cold water seaweed, which is growing in Namibia towards the southern part of South Africa. I mean the western part of South Africa, and then in the east coast of African continent, we do have the tropical seaweed, which is what I will talk most about today. And this runs all the way from Tunisia to around Mozambique in terms of the processes. But Tanzania itself has been involved into the culturing or farming of seaweed for more than 3 decades now, where 80% of the communities involved in the seaweed farming process are women. And Tanzania is one among the leading countries in terms of production of the tropical seaweed in Africa, and competes with the major producing countries like Indonesia and Philippines in Asia. In relation to why seaweed is important to livelihood is because it's one among the crop that connects women to the ocean, as first-hand players. Unlike fisheries, in most cases, you find it's heavily done by men, and then women come into action as just traders, which they play a significant role. But seaweed connects women to the ocean, and that itself gives it a very special space in terms of economic prosperity, because women are key players in terms of household management, but
Yes.
also towards development of households and for families as a whole. In terms of nature, so there is a number of ecosystems. There is what is called mangrove ecosystem, which are like coastal trees, and then there's seagrass ecosystem, which is grasses that grow in the ocean, and then there's the seaweed ecosystem, which in the East African coast as a whole, there's more than 400 species of seaweed, and but the ones that are commercially utilized, there are about three of them, with the leading one being trading as spinosa. But a very interesting thing about the seaweed ecosystem is that first it coexists with the mangrove seagrass coral reefs ecosystem, but also the second part is that it is a grazing ground for herbivore fishes. But also on the other side, it is also very important area for nursery. So apart from the family, there's natural areas where seaweed grow, and those areas are heavy nurseries. Nurseries are areas where baby fish grow before they are going into the ocean. So they are very few ecosystems, but also they are very important ecosystems in terms of the economic prosperity of the communities.
Okay. Oh man.